and it's a little bit, I guess it's uncomfortable to sit here and, talk about beauty, and your own beauty, I guess. In my household, we always had black baby dolls. And I remember then when I got to high school, there was a young woman, I think it was our freshman year in high school. And we were talking about baby dolls, and she kept talking about how black baby dolls were ugly. And I thought, but they look just like you. You think you're ugly? My parents made sure that we had every single one of my dolls, from Rubber Dub Dolly to, Christy, where I learned how to, curl and braid and do my own hair. They were all black baby dolls. And so my perception of beauty, I think it was pretty solid. The most current one is the blonde hair. For the longest, you never saw black women with blonde hair. But then we had Beyonce, and then she kind of changed that dynamic. And then but she's also a light-skinned black woman. So, you would still think she could wear it because her skin is closer to white. But then you started to see darker women wearing blonde hair and figuring out, oh, there's different shades of blonde, and I can still look, I can look beautiful, and I want to, change it up and play around with it. It's like makeup. You get to switch it up every time. And, but I do get looks, people take a double take, what I did really like about this exhibit, that it wasn't just about feminine beauty or women's beauty. You saw men in there as well. And, what we determine is what's masculine, what's, sexy for a black man. I really enjoyed that too. There was another part of it. There was a beauty contest. And it was, the woman was stunning. It was an African-American woman. She was fair skinned. She was a light skinned black woman. And it showed how she was a runner up with a white contestant. And it was the sound was off, and all you could see was their facial expressions. I think that the artist was trying to capture her disappointment, how she tried to hide her anger. She just felt, you could tell she just felt so slighted. She was just as stunning. But what was also interesting to me is the faces of the other contestants behind them. One woman, her face, she looked totally aghast that this, to me, it seemed like, this black woman came in second above her, so she also seemed a bit put off by all of it. And they said this is part one. You really had to sit there because it took like about 10 minutes to go through it. And it caused a lot of anxiety and anticipation because, maybe as a black woman, I kind of knew what she was going to, you kind of knew what she was going to experience. Yeah. I've tried shorter hair. I've gone natural. It's more work. That's the one thing. If people think, oh, it's short, so it's easy. No, you got to get it shaped up every week. I hate going to the hair salon. I like doing my own hair, and I like to be able to pull it in a ponytail if I don't want to mess with it. So natural hair was just a lot more work. And so I just opted not to deal with it. And it's like, who knows, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I might decide to do something different. It's all about changing and adjusting for what fits you in your life wherever you are in your life at that time. So you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be okay with what you look like, despite what other people think, because I know not everybody agrees with my blonde hair, but I don't care. I don't care. My life. Keyword, my.
My name is Diane Bellamy, and I am the owner of In His Image Hair Studio, located in Trenton, New Jersey. What is beauty? I think the definition of beauty is so complex due to society and what we feel as individuals. When we look at culture and when we look at society, beauty is everything opposite of the American culture, is what we're told. Your skin isn't light enough, your eyes aren't blue or green enough, and your hair isn't straight enough. Beauty in itself for the African American person is defined within, but also is external as well. As a professional in the hair industry, I deal with women and men on a day-to-day basis who come in with more views of beauty because of society standards, but I also see a fight to grow in their understanding and identity of beauty. So when you look at society and you look at the culture, you look at magazines and you look at social media and you look outside, you see beauty in America is light skin. Oftentimes, as a Black woman myself and raising two young Black girls, I see them struggling with their own identity and what they define as beauty as well. One day, I remember my two girls fighting over these Barbie dolls, and they was fighting over one. They both had their own, but they fought over one. And me and my husband sat down with my children to find out why were they fighting over this one doll. And come to find out, they thought the doll with the blonde hair, the long hair, and the lighter skin was more prettier than the darker Barbie. And they both wanted that one. So that led into deep conversations where we could begin to discuss for them what true beauty is. And it really lies with it. We got to have great conversation with them. And some of the things we said to them was that you are truly fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. That your beautiful brown skin is nothing to be ashamed of. And just because you might be darker than what this Barbie doll skin color looks, you are no less beautiful. That you are truly beautiful with your brown skin, with your kinky hair. And the thing is this though, as well, is that your hair is extremely versatile. Everybody can't do everything you can do with your hair. You can rock the braids, you can rock the fro, you can do whatever you want with your hair. And it's a beautiful crown for a princess like you. So a lot of clients are rocking their natural hair today. They are growing in their love for their own true beauty, for their own skin tone. A lot of my clients are locked clients. Honestly, I feel like a lot of my clients who are locked are, like I said, embracing their beauty, walking unapologetically in who they are, and growing more and more each day in an understanding of who they are, our heritage, and understanding that there's so much more history to the Black hair than just what we see. So back many, many, many years ago, hair identified in African culture, hair identified, it could have been an identity for status, for marital status, financial status, religious status. So Black hair is more than just a look for an appearance, but it means so much more than that. Black women fought to wear their hair. There was a thing at some point called the Tian laws that were passed for Black women to have to wear their hair covered because of the white male race being attracted to the Black women. They fought to make sure that we covered our hair. And even with that, Black women had to wear hair wraps. And because we're so just dope, we even turned those lemons into lemonade. And we rocked them with such style and class. I will also ask that although the society has been one way, the culture has been one way, and beauty has been promoted one way, I do see a shift. I see a shift. I'm starting to see more of a shift even on social media where Black women and Black men are really empowering each other to walk in all of who they are. And one of those greatest expressions is shown throughout our hair. So you see a lot more people who are natural and rocking their natural fros into the workplace. Working in a corporate world, you're starting to see more two-strand twists and more afros and more locks and more braids. And we've accepted that. And now we're beginning to walk more and more unapologetically in who we are.